Hey Capricorn, if you've been feeling like the universe has been quiet lately, or like life's just been throwing challenge after challenge your way, pause right now because something major is shifting. Between July 3rd and 5th, the energy around you is changing in a way that might actually surprise you in the best possible way. We're talking 3 powerful pieces of good news, not little signs, but real impactful moments that could transform the way you think about money, love, and your life purpose. Whether you've been hustling with no results, healing from emotional wounds, or just wondering when your next big win will come, this is it. The doors that were stuck are unlocking. The silence, about to break with clarity and breakthroughs. So stay with me, Capricorn. This video could be the confirmation you didn't even know you needed. Let's dive into these 3 life-changing energies headed straight toward you. Good news. Number 1, a breakthrough in your financial reality. Capricorn, the first wave of good news coming your way between July 3rd and 5th has everything to do with your finances, career path, and sense of personal value. And for you, that's not just about money, it's about meaning. It's about building something solid, something that lasts, something you can stand on. Now let's be real. You've been grinding for months, maybe even years. You've put in the late nights, held things together when no one else could, and said no to distractions that would have knocked others off course. You've done what you do best. Work hard, stay committed, and keep climbing the mountain, even when the peak was hidden behind the clouds. But here's what's shifting now. Between July 3rd and 5th, you're walking into a window of financial breakthrough. Not just a lucky streak, not just a fluke. This is the kind of energy that changes the landscape of your reality, and it's tied directly to your persistence, your discipline, and your karmic readiness to receive. This may show up in different ways depending on your unique path. A promotion or raise that finally reflects the effort you've been putting in behind the scenes. A job opportunity you thought slipped away, suddenly circling back. Stronger, clearer, better aligned. A surprise client or business deal that boosts your income and expands your reach. Long-awaited financial news coming through, like an inheritance, a legal payout, a loan approval, or even government assistance that had been tied up. Or, and this is just as powerful, a complete inner shift that changes how you see your own worth, inspiring you to raise your prices, ask for more, or walk away from low-value offers that drain your soul. This is not just a dollar sign moment. This is energetic confirmation from the universe that you're not crazy for believing in your path. Capricorn, because you're ruled by Saturn, the planet of karma, time, and responsibility, you don't get quick wins often. Your blessings tend to come after deep lessons, patience, and effort. But when they do come, they're built to last. This financial opportunity you're about to receive is exactly that, lasting, rooted, real. Now here's the most important part. You need to be open to receiving it. You're so used to being the one in control, the one making things happen, the one others depend on. And while that's one of your greatest strengths, it can also block you from allowing unexpected blessings to land softly in your lap. So between July 3rd and 5th, ask yourself, where am I still undervaluing myself? Have I made peace with receiving without guilt or shame? Am I holding on too tightly to scarcity, thinking that no longer matches the person I've become? Because sometimes the only thing standing between you and your breakthrough is the belief that you have to earn everything through struggle. Capricorn, Your struggle has already been seen. This blessing is not about proving yourself anymore. It's about stepping into alignment with the version of you who already knows they deserve more. Let this moment mark a turning point in how you relate to money. Let it be about more than just paying the bills. Let it be about freedom, purpose, stability, legacy, because that's what you're truly building. Not just a bigger bank account, but a life that reflects the effort, integrity, and resilience you bring to everything you touch. So when this opportunity knocks, whether it's a conversation, a contract, a chance to apply, or a sudden shift in perspective, don't second guess it. Don't minimize it. Don't push it away. This is your moment. Own it, receive it, and let it remind you that the mountain always rewards the climber who never gave up. Good news, but 2, a reconnection that warms your soul. Capricorn, you are the definition of strength, resilience, and unwavering loyalty. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve, and you rarely let just anyone into the soft spaces of your soul. You've learned, sometimes the hard way, that not everyone deserves access to your inner world, that love, for you, isn't casual, it's sacred. But somewhere along the way, maybe even recently, your emotional path has felt quieter, colder, maybe even lonely. Maybe you've walked away from people you loved. Maybe others walked away from you. Maybe time and circumstances simply created distance. But whether you've admitted it or not, Capricorn, your heart has been waiting. Not for a perfect apology, not for dramatic closure, but for a moment of truth, peace, and reconnection. And that moment, it's coming between July 3rd and 5th. This energetic window is opening a door to a meaningful soul-level connection, a reunion, a return, or a recognition. And it's going to warm your soul in ways you forgot you needed. This could come in many forms. A family member extending a heartfelt olive branch after years of silence. A friend from the past reappearing with sincere words, not to stir drama, but to say, "I've grown, I see you now." An ex or old flame reaching out with clarity, not to restart the old cycle, but to speak from a place of truth and maturity, or someone new, but deeply familiar. The kind of connection that makes your soul sit up and whisper, "I've known you before." This is not about emotional chaos, it's about emotional clarity. Capricorn, the universe is reminding you, you are not alone. You were never meant to walk this road in silence forever. You've carried so much quietly, your doubts, your dreams, your heartbreaks. You've been the strong one, the grounded one, the reliable one. But behind that strength, your heart has been whispering for something deeper, for someone to see you, not for what you do, but for who you are underneath it all. This reconnection brings that medicine. Here's what it might feel like. A conversation that clears years of misunderstanding in just minutes. A sudden sense of mutual forgiveness when no one is trying to be right, only real. A moment where your walls lower, not because someone demands it, but because your soul feels safe again. That unmistakable feeling in your chest that says, "This is different, this is true." Capricorn, it's okay if this surprises you. You're not usually one to look back. But sometimes soul contracts don't end with goodbye. They evolve into something new. And sometimes people return not to replay the past, but to redeem it. Here are signs this is the real deal. 1. You feel at peace when thinking of this person, not triggered or anxious. 2. You're not trying to prove yourself, you're just showing up as you are. 3. You're not attached to outcomes, you just want honesty and healing. 4. The energy feels balanced. You're not chasing or convincing. There's mutual effort. And if this is someone new, trust that it's a soul echo, a connection tied to a deeper karmic journey. The recognition you feel isn't random. It's ancestral, it's spiritual, it's written. Capricorn, you don't let just anyone in. But when you do, it's real. So let yourself receive this. Let yourself be open to the idea that love can return in new forms. That not every cycle ends in pain. Some end in redemption. Some begin in second chances. And even if this reconnection is only for a short season, let it heal something ancient inside you. You deserve love that's not earned through perfection. You deserve connection that sees beyond your achievements. You deserve warmth, not for what you've built, but simply because you exist. So when that message comes through, that call lights up your screen, or that face appears in front of you unexpectedly, breathe, stay grounded, listen with your heart, not your old fears. Because this isn't about the past, it's about peace. Capricorn, let yourself feel it. Let this reconnection remind you that no matter how far you've traveled emotionally, you are still worthy of being held, understood, and loved exactly as you are. Good news, number 3, your soul purpose becomes clearer than ever. And now, Capricorn, we arrive at the final and perhaps most powerful piece of good news flowing into your life between July 3rd and 5th. A deep, soul-level clarity is coming, a message so aligned with your spirit that it can no longer be ignored. And this time, it's not just about what you should be doing, it's about what you were born to do. Let's be honest, you've always been purpose-driven. It's written in your bones. You're the builder, the climber, the legacy leaver. But over the past year or more, something has felt off. Foggy, like the map you were following suddenly lost its landmarks. Maybe you've asked yourself, am I on the right path or just on a treadmill? Why does success feel so far away or so disconnected from my spirit? What am I really meant to be building with this one wild life I have? Capricorn, if you felt restless or uncertain, know this: you weren't lost. You were in a recalibration phase. Your soul has been preparing for something bigger, deeper, and more aligned. And between July 3rd and 5th, the veil lifts. You're going to see why certain doors didn't open, why you had to outgrow old versions of yourself, and why your journey has required so much strength, faith, and solitude. The clarity that arrives may come in surprising forms. A vivid dream or meditation that downloads an entire vision into your awareness. A powerful conversation that cracks you open emotionally or inspires a fresh decision. A synchronistic moment, repeating numbers, signs, song lyrics, a phrase that feels like it was meant just for you. Or a breakdown, a moment of, I can't do this anymore, that finally forces you to get real with yourself. But no matter how it arrives, one thing will be certain: you'll know in your gut that this isn't just another idea, it's a soul directive. And here's the beautiful part: once this clarity lands, it won't feel chaotic, it will feel peaceful, like a puzzle piece finally falling into place. You'll breathe easier, sleep deeper, and feel more emotionally anchored, because your spirit will finally remember where it's going. You may finally understand why you've always been drawn to certain types of work, places, or people. Why you've never quite fit into certain systems or roles, because you were meant to create your own. Why you've always felt a quiet, stubborn fire inside, because your purpose has been waiting for you to catch up. Some of you may finally start the business, brand, or project that's been circling your heart for years. Walk away from a stable job that drains your energy and kills your creativity. Launch a healing, teaching, or service-based path that aligns with your spiritual values. Embrace public speaking, writing, or sharing your personal story in ways that serve others. Whatever it is, you won't need to force it. The momentum is already here. And here's your invitation. Don't ignore this download. The universe has been trying to get this message to you for a long time, and now you're finally ready to hear it. So during this portal, carve out quiet space, reflect, journal. Ask yourself honestly, what feels undeniably true for me right now? What am I ready to let go of, even if it scares me? What vision keeps showing up no matter how many times I try to push it away? Capricorn, you are a master builder. And now you're being asked to build something for your soul, not just your resume. This isn't just a career shift. It's a life realignment. This is your permission to lead differently, to show up authentically, to say, I'm not chasing status, I'm following purpose. Because when you do, everything else begins to align. Whatever it is, you won't need to force it. The momentum is already here. The money, the relationships, the timing, the peace. It's all downstream of purpose. And from July 3rd to 5th, your higher self is handing you a map. The only question is, will you follow it? Capricorn, the fog is clearing, and what's waiting for you on the other side is not just success. It's significance, legacy, fulfillment. This is your spiritual green light. Trust it, follow it, build with it, because this is what your soul came here to do. Capricorn, this isn't just another forecast, it's a spiritual checkpoint. Between July 3rd and 5th, you're being handed 3 incredible gifts. A financial breakthrough that proves your hard work was never in vain. A heartfelt reconnection that softens the walls around your heart. And a soul-aligned vision that makes your life path finally make sense. You don't have to chase this energy. It's already moving toward you. But you do have to stay open, aware, and grounded in your truth. Take time to reflect, journal, say yes to unexpected conversations, and most of all, trust the timing. You've climbed mountains most people don't even see. This next phase, it's not about struggle, it's about receiving. If this message